Hey, what's up? It's Brutally Honest Tech. And I'm going to talk today about is 2020 the best time to buy a PC? And if so, what should we buy? And so I'll keep it quick and simple for the people that don't want to sit through this whole video. If you're building a gaming PC, you should wait. You should wait at least until the new graphics cards come out. Just because we don't know if those graphics cards are going to be PCI Express 3.0 or if they're going to be PCI Express 4.0. And if they are PCI Express 4.0, then you should probably go with AMD because Intel 10th gen didn't adopt the PCI Express 4.0. They stuck to 3.0, which I think is kind of backwards. So in that aspect, if you're building a gaming PC, if you absolutely need it now, go with Intel regardless. And probably the 2080 Super is probably what you want to go with. And as far as motherboards are concerned, I would go with an MSI. I know a lot of people still like buying Asus. I've had some issues with Asus on a lot of different products, and I just think that Asus spread themselves too thin into different departments. So now their overall quality of all their components are kind of suffering. MSI, I feel like their laptops are garbage. I would not buy a MSI laptop, but MSI motherboards are great for desktops. Yeah, MSI motherboards are kind of the way to go. Um, there are some other options if you can find an EVGA motherboard. Um, EVGA is great. They're super expensive. Uh, there's some other alternatives. I've been hearing that ASRock has kind of stepped their game up, and their motherboards are pretty decent now. I feel like if you get an ASRock motherboard, don't expect to change settings to how you want them. Like, don't expect you're gonna overclock to some crazy number because you're probably not gonna get it on an ASRock board. If you are planning on overclock, spend some decent money on your motherboard. Make sure it has some big heat sinks. Read the reviews. Make sure that that's gonna work for you. But if you don't, if you're not going to change any settings, you're going to run everything at stock. You're going to set your memory at XMP. Then ASRock's probably fine. They're not the best, but it'll do. Save you a few bucks. First choice would be MSI though. All right, let's talk about business PCs. If you're buying a business PC, right now is perfectly fine. Pretty much if you're buying business PCs or you're doing just business paperwork on there, anytime is the right time to buy a PC as long as you get a good deal on what you're trying to buy. And there's lots of good deals on laptops right now. I wouldn't say great deals, but you can get a lot of different laptops right now for a decent price. And if it's a business PC, you don't need to spend more than about $700. I think 700 would be like the max I would spend on a business PC because anything above that is a gaming PC. And unless you plan on doing anything with a video card, like, I don't know, video editing or gaming or any kind of software that uses the video card, um, if you plan on doing that, then yeah, I'd probably spend like 8 or 900 bucks because even some of the lower end gaming graphics cards are still going to be decent. Just make sure you don't buy an MSI laptop. Don't buy an MSI laptop. So what PCs should we be buying if we're buying pre-builts? For laptops, I would say Dell, Asus, and Lenovo. Those would be the three that I would suggest to people. If it's for business, Lenovo is probably a better bet. Um, if you are using it for home and you want all the bells and whistles, Dell is probably the way to go. Um, if you want like special features, like unique kind of features, Asus has some pretty decent stuff. Um, if you go with Dell, just keep in mind you are gonna have to buy authentic chargers. You can't go and buy if you can't lose your charger. Pretty much, just don't lose your charger. Otherwise, you're gonna have a pain trying to find it again. The other computers, as far as the chargers go, I don't like the connection that Asus or Lenovo are using now. It's like a tiny little barrel connector and it sticks out just a little bit. Lenovo used to have a really good charger. It was like this rectangle square one that plugged in. I love that one. That one was great, actually. I know it's proprietary. Like, you're not going to find it anywhere. But it worked. I didn't have to worry about it breaking or whatever. There's zero issues with that. But now they've started using the tiny barrel connector that Asus uses, almost the same, but it's not the same, but it's pretty close. Both of those I don't like because it looks like it can go in a little bit more, but it doesn't. It just goes in, and once it stops, that's it. You don't press it in anymore. So I don't like that. I don't like that design. I feel like that's kind of shady. Like, it should fit in there cleanly, nicely, and not look like it should be pushed in more. That's just deceiving. I don't like it. So those are the three computers I would suggest. HP is out of the question. I feel like HP has probably a couple good gems in the rough. You know, there's probably a couple good ones out there, but majority of them have issues. They don't have the specs that they should have for paying the price that you're paying for them. So it just doesn't make any sense. Desktops. Number one would probably be Dell, just because of their customer service. Pre-built desktops for business. They're pretty much all going to be the same. You're not really gonna get one better than the other because they're all going to use a motherboard that's subpar in one way or another. Most of them that have like the barrel connectors for the power, that integrated power circuit on the motherboard, instead of having your own power supply, it just has the power supply on the motherboard, which is not, you don't want to do it like that, because if that dies or if that barrel connector gets messed up, there's no way to replace it. That's it. You have to buy another motherboard or another computer, and chances are if you have to buy another motherboard, you're not going to find one that's compatible with all the parts or fit in the case. So that doesn't make any sense. But if you're careful about your stuff, you don't usually break things. You should be okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like PCI Express 4.0 is gonna own it here pretty soon. There's rumors of Intel 11th gen dropping in laptops here pretty soon, so, which I think is funny because 10th gen just dropped for desktops, and 11th gen is gonna come out in the laptops soon. So it's like, what? Hopefully, when 11th gen drops on desktops, it has PCI Express 4.0, because it's quite a big difference. Well, that's going to be my talk for right now. I hope everybody makes the right choices, and just keeps in mind that if you're building a gaming PC, it's probably only going to last you like 4 or 5 years before it becomes irrelevant, before you're going to want to upgrade to something different. So just kind of keep that into your budget, how much you're going to spend every 4 or 5 years. So, and if you spend too little, then that's going to be even less. It's going to be like 2 years, 3 years if you spend too little. So make sure that you're getting the right parts. Make sure that you're making the right decisions about what you're buying. As far as business, there's a lot of good sales out there. Most of them are on laptops. There are some desktops that aren't that bad. I've seen some Dell desktops that can get the job done for a decent price. So just look for some prices, look for some quotes. I'm sure you'll find a good deal. All right, you guys have a good one.